This week in Women in Sports, they made history for the maroon and gold, why the coach thinks this year's incredible showing could vault the Gopher gymnastics team to the next level. Plus, a Minneapolis wrestler claims the girls' state title 2 years in a row, the big impact they're making on the growing sport. And later, the most decorated cross-country skier in U.S. history is calling it a career. The hurdles Minnesota native Jessie Diggins overcame to become the best at what she does.
WCCO's Women in Sports, sponsored by Franson Bank and Trust.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Marielle Mohs, and here at WCCO, we are celebrating the highlights of female athletes in this digital segment called Women in Sports. We're sharing news stories with you here every week as we do our part to give these athletes the recognition they deserve. Well, first up, a North Minneapolis dance coach wants to give her team a glimpse at greatness. The award-winning Dance City troupe couldn't afford an opportunity to work with a legendary New York company 3 years ago. But when that New York dance company came to the Twin Cities to perform, the community came together to make something special happen. Our Reg Chapman shows us this full circle moment for these young athletes.
It makes me very happy because when I'm dancing, like all my emotions go away. It's like a safe place.
13-year-old Honesty Fully Love and her dance team are looking for community support to reach a big new stage.
I like competing and I love my dance team and community.
In 2023, we went to Las Vegas. We went to the Star Power National Competition, won first place. The girls did a phenomenal job.
Sierra Bernal, or Coach Cece, says a record of winning earned the North Minneapolis Dance City troupe a special honor, an invitation to dance with the world-famous Alvin Ailey dance company.
Exposing the girls to different forms of dance, exposing the girls to Black history is a top priority of mine.
Alvin Ailey founded his company in 1958 to uplift the African-American experience while enriching and preserving the legacy of modern dance.
So it's super important for me to show the girls where they can be, but also where they come from. And the Alvin Ailey Dance Company is a huge part of history, but specifically Black dance history. And so wanted to fly the girls out to attend classes at Alvin Ailey, but you know, resources, those things cost.
The dance company will be in Minneapolis this weekend. On Dance City's wish list, tickets for 25 girls and parents to go.
It would mean a lot because I like seeing other Black dancers because there's not really much out there in the world. And it would be nice for us to see it.
Coach Cece says watching professionals transcend racial barriers and connect deeply to people's humanity will go a long way with these girls.
I want the girls to be able to see the girls on the phenomenal Black dancers on stage and say, I can do that, I can be that.
With photojournalist Chris Cruz.
It would mean a lot because I would be so happy.
Reg Chapman, WCCO News.
And good news, the troupe's fundraising goals were met. Members of the Dance City troupe and their parents were able to see Alvin Ailey together. Big goals are still ahead for a two-sport athlete at Edison High School. They already took home the girls' state wrestling title 2 years in a row. Now they're taking that dominant strength to their spring sport.
This was the moment Edison High School senior Raimi Keenan secured a second Minnesota State girls wrestling title.
I was really proud of myself.
It's hard to believe someone with so much success found this sport only 3 years ago.
I walked into the wrestling room and the coach was overjoyed to see me. He was shocked at how young I was, at how tall I was, how strong I was, everything.
A refreshing welcome to a new sport for this 6-foot athlete who before wrestling struggled to celebrate their strengths.
I've always thought it was a disadvantage or something I had to work past, but it really turned the corner for me. It made me so much better at my other sports too. I wasn't trying to hide in my own body.
With wrestling season wrapped on the highest note, Raimi turns to their other passion, discus. They threw for 68 feet in the state tournament last year, but their newfound confidence is pushing them to achieve long-distance goals.
I know I can throw 120, so I want to do that, and I want to get a mark in the state tournament and prove it to myself.
Head coach Robert Knoll says Raimi uplifts every athlete on the discus team.
They are dedicated to mastering the craft, which I think is infectious amongst their peers. As you've seen around, they're a leader amongst their crew. I think it's really magical.
Track athlete Stella DeShong-Shoke is also on the girls' wrestling team and hopes to continue the success for the Tommies after Ramey graduates this spring.
Wow, like if they can do that, like I want to be on that mat. I want to have that feeling, and they're pushing me. Like I don't know if they know that they are, but yeah, they're having a great impact in like really small ways.
In Northeast Minneapolis,
I'm happy to know my hard work has helped other people, not just me.
Marielle Mohs, WCCO Sports.
And Ramey tells me that they plan to continue wrestling in college next year and hope to eventually become a wrestling coach someday. Well, now on to the Diamond, where the Gophers softball team played their series finale with Nebraska. Tara Wolaco continued her solid spring and pops it all the way to the wall. That's an RBI triple, tying it at 1. But after Minnesota took the lead, the Cornhuskers hit a 2-run home run. 4th-ranked Nebraska wins this one 11-2. And on to the hardwood. The Gopher women's basketball team landed a good one this week. They have now secured Gracie Merkle via the transfer portal from Penn State. She is 6'6" and averages 19 points a game for the Nittany Lions. She's Big Ten proven and is expected to add to this team's success in the coming year. Well, it was a whirlwind season for the now history makers who are back at home. I recently caught up with the Gopher gymnastics team back from their first Final Four national finish. Take a look.
4th in the nation and best finish by the Gopher gymnastics team in program history, going into the NCAA tournament ranked 13th, proving to everyone that number did not define them.
And really just wanted to be the team to beat and not kind of be in the stereotype that like we didn't belong somewhere, that we couldn't like contend with other people, because really, I mean, as we've proven this past weekend, we are more than capable of doing that. And so I feel like this kind of was like the mark of like, yeah, underdog is now erased from like our dictionary.
These athletes proudly bringing their 4th place nationals trophy to their practice gym on the U of M campus. Senior Brooklyn Rowe became the 2nd Golden Gopher in program history to win an individual title on the beam with a 9.9625. She joins the rank of Marie Roethlisberger, the last Gopher to earn a national championship in uneven bars in 1990.
This experience overall has just been so amazing, and to have that to my name, I'm just so grateful for it.
Brooklyn's beam coach was a former teammate, Maya Hooten, who had an impressive first year on the other side of the mat. Head coach Jenny Hansen sure hopes their successful season will help with recruitment, which starts right now.
The next class has some amazing Minnesota gymnasts, so we're definitely hoping to keep some of them here.
At the University of Minnesota, Marielle Mohs, WCCO Sports.
This season wrapped with 30 wins, which is a program record. Well, as if we didn't already know it would happen, Nafisa Collier is officially staying with the Lynx. She re-signed with the team this week as they prepare to open their preseason on Saturday. The team held training camp where Collier was present but is still recovering from surgery on both of her ankles. Unfortunately, the star is still out for another 6 weeks. We're told she should be back by early June, missing the season opener on May 10th. Nevertheless, Cheryl Reeve says day one is always exciting.
The energy is always great on day one, always. I don't think there was probably a camp anywhere in the league that didn't have great energy and excitement. I mean, obviously have such a long off season and long and then hectic and all the things and just chaos. It was nice to just get on the court.
Well, we have a new episode of the Women in Sports podcast this week. I caught up with Sam Fry. She's the woman behind all the entertainment you see at Timberwolves and Lynx games. And she wears a lot of hats: coach, director, support system for these busy dancers. Sam says this is her dream job, and she didn't always think it was possible.
I want to be inspiring that, it can happen, that it can happen if you work hard enough, if you never let go of that tenacity, and you keep fighting for yourself.
Entertainment is a big part of game day experience, and the lift for Sam is massive. How she keeps things fresh for the fans. That conversation out now on Women in Sports podcast, where you can find anywhere you listen to your podcasts. Let's head over to the rink now, where the Frost played in their final regular season home game. They hosted Toronto, who scored early, just 2 seconds into the first period power play. Savannah Harmon nets it to take the lead. Each team had 24 shots on goal, but none of Minnesota's went in. The Sceptres take the win 2-0, and the Frost have 2 more games in the regular season. Well, the most decorated cross-country skier in U.S. history is calling it a career. She is a Minnesota native who fought huge battles and is an advocate for others. Jessie Diggins just brought home a bronze medal from the Winter Games in Milan, capping off an incredible career on the slopes. See how she's ready to retire from the sport that she helped redefine.
Fans with glitter-streaked cheeks filled the seats at Allianz Field.
I was really excited and surprised, and I didn't even know that I was going to meet an Olympian at one point.
A hometown fan base loyal to Olympian and Afton native Jessie Diggins since she went pro in 2011.
This is so humbling, and it's so empowering and so special to get to be part of this community. You know, Minnesota has something really, truly special, and I'm just so grateful to be a Minnesota girl.
Love on faces of fans shone with her iconic race day glitter.
It's so cool, because the thing is, we all deserve a little sparkle in our lives, but really the glitter started, I don't even remember, so long ago, because it was this promise to myself, I'm going to go have fun. I'm going to focus on joy and loving the process, even when the stakes are high.
Diggins did much more than win 4 Olympic medals. She fought big battles.
I had this need to be perfect, and it manifested in an eating disorder. And I went to the Emily program, and they saved my life.
And used her global platform to advocate for others.
It's not just something that affects skinny white teenage women, right? This is something at any age, any race, any background, any gender identity. This is something that affects a lot of people, and we need to be able to talk about it.
On and off the race course, she inspires young athletes.
She doesn't take the credit for herself, she gives it to everyone.
She's inspired me to persevere through challenges and stuff.
As for what's next for Diggins, more public speaking events just like this.
I want to keep being an advocate and keep talking about things that are important to me.
In St. Paul, Marielle Mohs, WCCO News.
Diggins' final cross-country race was in March in Lake Placid. In total, get this, she won 33 times on the World Cup circuit, 2 world championships, and 4 Olympic medals. Huge congrats to her, Jessie. Well, thanks for watching this week's Women in Sports. I'm Marielle Mohs. We'll be back with more great stories next week.